foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch.
And this is...
Foreing Show!
On the foreign show.
What it is. Hey,
Hi,
how's everybody
everybody.
doing? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to That Foreign Show, TFS, right here on ADR Networks. My name is Isaac Rakesh,
I'm Celestine Angel.
and we are activating
Activating
your
your
senses. All right.
Okay.
So, we got a fire show.
Yes,
we
we
got
are
a fire
having
show.
Dante Fyah
We
on
have a-
our
we have
show
a-
today.
Yes.
So,
Very exciting.
Right now we're going to do the insider segment first.
Mm-hmm.
So, meanwhile, I would love to share the Facebook link on Facebook. Our Facebook page is called facebook.com/That Foreign Show. So I'm going to do that right now while Isaac is going to talk to you guys about Stella Mutrix. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce her name properly, but she's a hairstylist. She
Yeah.
did this haircut for me. I don't know if I'm doing it justice right now because I messed it up today. But yeah, Isaac is going to talk about her. She's from America, and okay, these are the details,
Yes.
and then I'll talk more while I share this first.
All right, so check this out, right? So basically, what she does, okay, if you want to get her haircuts, I'm just going to give you the details right now, right? Straight up. So it's 500 for below chin length, all right? And it's 450 for above, all right? So this includes wash and style. All color services are 750 an hour, and they include free consultations at the salon, all right? So you want to go down, you want to get her opinion about what to do, stuff like that, you can do that, right? Some of the brands that she uses are Aveda, Redken, and Skirt Scope, right?
So
Yo,
I know
yo, you gotta-
that Aveda
Uh-huh.
is 100% organic, if I'm not wrong.
Uh-huh.
But for sure they are more organic. They lean towards more organic materials. So
Okay, I
I'm
don't know
very
about
happy
that.
with
I don't know about that. But what I want to know is how do you pronounce that?
The sheer
Sheer scope. Okay, so I guess the people who know will know. I don't know.
We
I
will
don't know.
write that
I
on
saw-
the Facebook comment later, so they'll know what we're talking about right now, right? The sheer scopes, later we write it down, yeah.
Okay, and on top of that, she sells products and also offers free Uber delivery purchases for above 1,000 within the city center. Right, so she does that. Okay, 10 years of experience, LA trained by the Aveda Institute and California license. What were you saying about the Aveda?
So Aveda, I know Davines is an organic brand, but Aveda, Stella educated me on that. She told me that they are, and that is preferable because when you're doing color and all that, it's damaging for the hair, right? So if it's an organic brand, it's much better for you.
I don't know.
So-
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, definitely. Please say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, it's just that I just want to point out that Aveda is a brand that is I'm not sure if it's 100%, but
Uh-huh.
they are mostly organic.
Okay.
So that is good that she uses that, because I am attracted to going to hair stylists that think about using organic products on my hair.
So for people who want to use more natural kind of stuff, and they want to go to a salon, and this is a good brand, I guess you're saying, for them, for people like that who want to use that.
Yeah, it is a
Cool.
good it is a good brand. I mean, I have not had much experience with Aveda. Davines, yes, Davines is extremely good. I would love to get to know Aveda better actually. So like with Stella, she does use Aveda products, and
10 years of experience, Stella, as I was saying, LA trained by the Aveda Institute and California license.
and let's
Okay.
also like start off with the fact that like she's from the US. So Stella, she deals with a lot of foreign clientele, especially since her salon is very near the embassy, the American embassy. So she has clients from the American embassy, and she speaks English obviously because she's American. And yeah, so and like my favorite part about her is like she not only does like beauty styles, like obviously this is very flattering for me, but like she also I find her very creative. Like if you go look at her page, her Instagram page, she's actually like does like color and hairstyles that are like they I feel like it's a creative take, and I enjoy it, and then I enjoy like looking at her stuff like
Yeah, I mean, your hair looks great.
right.
And yeah, I mean, she's an artist, so.
Okay, you continue. I'm going to post the
Okay, I'm gonna run
link.
this by you guys again, all right? 10 years experience she has, Stella, all right? LA trained by the Aveda Institute and California license. Okay, so when you go to the studio, we were there yesterday, very comfortable, really comfortable, you know? And she pointed, it was like just across the street from the US Embassy, all right? Okay, so yeah, she gives you like free water, you get Coke Zero, espresso drinks, etc. You know, hot tea with every service. Service is great, you know. Service is good, right?
Oh yeah, and then let me add
Yo.
this. And you know, like in Singapore, we have this like basically when you go to the salons, they really give you like proper massage. And yeah, she did like while washing my hair, it was like proper massage. I enjoyed that because like I feel like the full service that I'm used to back home is like that, and like with her, you do get that as well.
Cool. Okay, and here she says, as the last point, she says she takes her time to do personalized consultations, right, with each appointment, even if they are a returning client, right? So she puts you first, she finds out what you want, what you need, and she delivers. Stella, all right? So hit her up if you want your
Yes.
hair done.
Right. So yeah, I think we have covered all ground. And actually, she was one of our guests on different episodes. So I will link up the episode on this Facebook, on the Facebook comment as well. So right now, if Dante is on already, we would love to have him.
Yes.
See.
We're going to be talking about integration today, right? This episode, integration about how, you know, as a traveler, or in his case, a musician, how he has integrated himself in.
Yeah, which is very interesting for us because
Mexican
we are
culture.
also musicians, and
Yeah.
like this conversation will be very like helpful, personal, good interchange, and yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it.
Like I said at the beginning of this interview, I mean, this show, this episode, it's going to be fire. It's going to be a fire episode. Not just this episode, but the event that's going to happen tonight. Yes, fire sessions. I'm going to tell you guys a bit about that in a bit.
Yeah, so like he actually has an event on tonight. His project I think is called Fire Sessions Live. We'll ask him more about it. But he has an event on tonight. I think it's like I think he's DJing. I'm not sure if he's going to rap as well, but it's dance hall, Afrobeats, reggae, and like yeah, basically good stuff to dance to.
Fire.
We are very excited. We are going down. We are
Yes.
going with a bunch of friends. So if you guys head down, like
Do join
feel
us.
free to say hi.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
like
join us tonight.
the
All right.
poster and
The event is called Rhythm y Vibras. All right.
Rhythm y Vibra, sí.
and vibration.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yes.
DJ Ski High, 9 p.m. All right. And to RSVP, it's at Fire Sessions Live. Yes.
Right, and I think you can just buy tickets at the door. So like
Okay.
like if you guys can, I don't know who's in production right now, but if you guys can put up the flyer like anytime later, would be cool because then they can see the address. But
Yes.
also like we will put it up in the comments. Like
Yes. Yes.
yeah, I'm trying to fix my hair because I think I like flattened it a lot. When she did it, it was super cool. I'm going to put up photos and all that.
Yes. So integration.
Let me just check where Dante is.
Yes, please. All right. So this episode, like we talk about, it's going to be about integration, and we're talking to Dante. We're going to talk to Dante specifically about the whole music thing, and about how, I guess, how he does his music thing, and how he has. We met him at a party, We met him at a party, and friends of friends, that kind of thing. Musician as well. So yeah. So that those kind of vibes, those kind of positive vibes, kind of what we shared. And yeah, so we're gonna talk to him about that. Yes, but in the meantime and in between time, we're gonna talk about integration and maybe our flavor, our take on what it has been like. You know what I'm saying? And actually, this is one of the things about travel that we love. The fact that you're put in a new place, so you have to integrate. You have to kind of change. Either you become like the place, or you know. So a lot can happen, a lot of change, definitely a lot of change, and so being open to this change is, I think, a skill set that you should try and develop, or the traveler should try and develop ASAP. Just being open to things. Like simple things like making plans, and then you realize it's not going the way you want. Then you just kind of,
Yeah, because
you
like
just kind of, yeah.
I think we were out having dinner with like a whole bunch of friends, a lot of our foreign friends yesterday, and it was birthday dinner, and and like I think we were discussing like like on a separate note, not really about the integration process, but about expectations in
Mhm.
general. I think that's the thing. Like in most of us like we tend to build up expectations of things, and then that makes us stuck. That makes us feel like we need this or we need that, when initially we didn't even need it at all. And I think part of this whole embracing travel and embracing life process is that you stop putting up all these concepts, like of and expectations and all, and you just like live intuitively. And I mean that's the best way. I mean then you won't feel anxious all the time, because as a nomad, there's a lot of things you can't plan, and
Right.
and anxiety can build up if you fight against that. And actually life is more like that way, right? In that way.
Yes, and we were talking to this friend who is kind of sort of beginning to embrace that lifestyle of being on the road in a way, like for a couple of months during this holiday season. And yeah, I guess also the kind of I don't know, for lack of a better word, fear that comes up when you think about these things, right? And how to deal with these things. And interesting conversation. And conclusion at the end of the conversation is just do it. You're gonna suffer more not doing what you think that you should do.
Yeah, what you like, you think that you have fear about so and so thing,
Yeah. And then that kind of
and
paralyzes
then
you.
that blocks you from trying.
Yes.
And then you're instead of living, you're dying,
Yes,
right?
and even more than that, it kind of puts you in this mode where you start to define things and start to confine things, And that, like for example, okay, I'm 1 week into my 2 week beach holiday in Cancun, right? For example, and then you're like, okay, so trip is coming to an end, and trip is coming to an end. It's like what do you want to take out of that moment? If you don't have this kind of like confining viewpoint on what you're doing, and then you're more open, not defining so much, magic can happen.
Yeah, exactly. The expectations, the plans, and all that is definitely to help you to not feel anxious throughout, right?
Yes.
Um, but it also means that when there's any slight change to your schedule, to what you think you need, it's you break down. It's like
Yeah.
as though you have you're so sensitive,
Yeah.
but actually if you're just present, you're just in the moment, you just live, like I said, intuitively.
Yes.
Life is not so difficult to handle. It's like sitting at a different spot, and like I'm not saying this, I'm not saying this from like really like knowing, telling people what to do. I'm saying this um, from a space of experience, like personal experience. This has been much more um, relaxing and present way of handling things than if I had made a whole schedule out, planned everything, and
Yeah.
like being very disciplined and tick them off. Like that is also way less fun. Like
Yes.
when you do like life or travel the other way, like things can surprise you. You actually see that like the universe knows better than you, and whatever that comes. And we were talking about this yesterday too with the group of friends, like that, like if we are operating on whatever happens is exactly the way it's supposed to happen, things change. And all these thoughts really, like it's not just for the nomadic traveler.
Yes.
It's also like
And also not for the spiritually inclined. So terms like universe, magic, these things, when we say these things, we're just using these words as a kind of placeholders, for lack of better words. You can replace these words with, you can replace magic with unexpected incident. That's kind of how I define magic also. And you can replace universe with higher intelligence, your higher self, God, or just a higher force, something that you don't understand. You can replace it with that. And
Well-
with this kind of structure, how we talk about things, then we can get to the deep and true places in our conversations.
Anyway, I see that Dante is already connected.
Yes.
But I'm not sure why he's not online yet. Mm.
As we wait for the connection to happen. Yeah, so integration, right? It's very interesting because when you
Hey,
yo,
hey Dante.
what it is, man.
What's good, people? What's good? What's good? Blessings. I've been waiting for the minute. Like actually, I was like, what's happening?
Yeah,
So I
that's
just
why I saw like you've been on for like quite some time now.
Yes.
Well, anyway, let's get right down to it. Like, so how are you? Like, what's been up?
I'm blessed. I'm just rolling up right now. About to hold a meditation. Put myself in a good space so that we can have a productive day and a blessed one. So I'm just doing my daily preparation, and I'm in the midst of this right now. So I just feel good about this.
Yeah, we love that. We are also
What's good with you guys?
Yeah, we are also absolutely like that, like meditate, prepare ourselves for the day, what we set the intention right, what we want to do, that kind of thing. And we are so looking forward to your event later.
Yes.
Like planning to dance.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be
Definitely.
like you're saying,
Definitely.
fire. Yes.
So what's the idea? Are you DJing? Are you gonna rap?
Well, the idea is that when you're in a place that is not like familiar for how could I say your your physical footprint in this world, what I mean, your origins, you could say, is you said a placeholder for another word. I would explain it like this. So what I'm used to hearing is is not what I go out and hear more time. So this whole project, this is about music, life, creation, love, upliftment, things of this nature that just make this spirit feel good. And this is just my essence, along with everyone else who operate on the same frequency. This is what we are meeting, and this is pretty much the founding points about fire sessions, what it is. So yeah, it can include it can include rap, it can include me DJing. It's just the purity of an art form, and this art form is music. So that's kind of my thinking behind of it.
We love the significance of your project. And so Fire Sessions Live is everything. It includes your DJing, your rapping, anything that you are putting music out. Am I right?
The thing is that I actually didn't make this for myself. This is actually for the people. This is actually a community thing. Because if you check the page, I initially started this as to share the talents of people, and talents just not related to music, but just creation, the mind, and just things of this nature. Anything you have to express yourself, which is your footprint in this world. Yeah, okay. We This is a space for all of that. So even that foreign show, what you guys do is like perfectly in line with what I've just expressed for the last 2 or so minutes. So we would make a feature and say, okay, this is what that foreign show do, and their aim, they want to promote consciousness, and they want to provide these content for the people, and this is your essence, Celeste, and Isaac. So in my talents and my vision, I would say, okay, I can do this, to kind of highlight the things that you do. So this was my intentions about it. Really, I just wanted to help my friends, and I have a lot of talented friends. So I just say, okay, how can we combine each other? Because we know that life is difficult, and sometimes just coming together and saying it takes a lot more than that, and it doesn't quite work out a lot of the time. So it
Yo,
was
have you always been moving like this, like with your footprints, like kind of in the community, or in the groups of where you're at? Have you always been
um
kind of?
yeah, like everywhere I go in the world, I always relate like myself and how I feel, the things that I grew up experiencing, and just my knowledge, and I kind of like humble myself in order to be able to gain more information. So therefore, I'm constantly learning, and where I go, in my estimation, I don't put negativity out there. But I
Okay,
can't.
let me pause you for 1 second, brother. Let me just pause you for 1 second. Just want to say this, yo. In this kind of business that we're in, me, you, and also the viewers, you guys who are joining us, we're all in the same business. We're in the business of entertainment, or being entertained, in this life, in this world. And this thing about studying a small piece of something to understand the whole is something that people do as well. And just really simple thing vibes that I'm getting. We've seen a lot of people when they're promoting their own shows and things, and their own act. It's like, yeah, this is my thing. This is my show. Look at my face on my poster. Look at the colors of my album. We've seen that. Just look at the poster of the event that is going to happen tonight, and you get that, you get these vibes, and this kind of thing about tradition, and kind of like integrating yourself to sometimes to the point where you, in a way, your signature, or who you are, or who you think you are, kind of disappears. And some people talk about this, and some people talk about how you take something that you want to remix or change, but you don't change like 80% or 60% of it. You change like 2% or 3% of it.
Well, what I would say. Well, I would say to you, like we all are products of our environment in some way, and how, like, regardless of however we feel about ourselves and the perception we have of ourselves, like this is a completely different perception to the things that we experiencing, and the people who are seeing us and meeting us, they don't actually see the innocence inside of us that we might have, and sometimes, and that's just perspective of life and situational sometimes. But how I see this on myself is that I have to recognize, being conscious, I have to recognize where I am in this current state, and also that me growing up, I didn't grow up with a pure expression of life completely. There was some conditioning, and conditioning through music, through TV, through the every any kind of media that existed in my lifetime. So I have to recognize this, and how I do this is like, as I said, with the meditation, I put the time into myself to try to understand not what I can see, but also what I cannot see, and what I can most definitely feel,
Right.
because is 100% valid. I believe everything is connected,
Right.
everything in life,
I
and
feel like what you said earlier as well, like about, like, I mean, how I would phrase it, like, and also how we practice is that, like, we operate on the not knowing, and so like, I think how you said it was like, you remain humble, and then so you can get more information that way, and it's really something that we are understanding and learning in our process right now as well. So it's very nice to feel this connection with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, races, places, wherever you're from, if you're joining us right now, this is that foreign show on ADR Networks. We are talking.
but
Yo, yes, we're talking to Dante Fyah. Go ahead, brother.
but
Yeah.
And like, so tonight, like, I mean, earlier I was checking with you, like, if tonight you're going to be rapping at your event, or are you going to be DJing? Where are you going to do anything? Because we love your music. We really, I like the song that we put up on the post
Yeah.
on the promo. Oh, I love that song. Very,
Yes.
very
Oh,
good.
oh yeah, most definitely. You might not know what to expect tonight, but the one thing that you can expect is good vibes.
Good
Yeah,
Yeah,
vibes.
that's the
yeah,
one
that's
thing.
what I was going
That's
to say.
the
Like the way you
that's the
described
one thing.
it.
And however that manifests itself, whether it's singing there or it's playing the music, good vibes is on the agenda. So I want everybody that comes out the next day, I want them to be buzzing off this event. You know, where you go to those
Right.
events and you
Yeah.
have that feeling where you just feel
Yeah, man.
good, and
Yeah, yeah.
carries on. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thinking
I
about
would,
it all the way to the next weekend, you know.
right. I would love
Next
that.
weekend we
I
go
would,
out
I would
and then
love
we
that.
some bum ass event and then
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
but
definitely.
okay, well,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now my expectations are way up. I'm not.
Yes. Again, shout out again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Come on down tonight. Join us tonight. We're gonna be there. We have a whole bunch of friends coming down. It's just good vibes, good music, and similar vibration. This is very interesting because I don't know if you've noticed, viewer, person listening in, uh, things, birds of the same feather, kind of flock together, like somehow. I'm sure you've
Obviously.
noticed, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people. I mean, I don't want to fall into any kind of topic in that way, like spirituality, modern, but just look at your life, look at where how certain things just kind of happen, how light vibration just attaches to itself, brings more of its kind together and sorts itself out. And that's kind of what we are suggesting. As a traveler or a person looking to travel, you can actually see this kind of thing unfold as you go about in an unfamiliar place, or as you kind of integrate
Right.
yourself into a new city.
Yeah, and that's what we really want to like get into with Dante,
Yeah.
like how, like, what in what way have like, have being here made you feel the integration that, like, you do right now, like how long have you been in Mexico already, and like how has it been so far, like emotionally being here and all that? Please share.
Well, about my relationship with the country of Mexico. Oh gosh, I have yeah, Mexico does have a place in my personal story, definitely. So saying that I've lived in around places around the whole city, from Iztapalapa up to, yeah, I've lived pretty
Ever.
much in every zone. So I have like a good feel for what life is like here in the. I wouldn't compare myself to a local, of course, because I'm a black person who is here in the country, but what originally the purpose of me venturing on like any land was for was furthering the things that I knew. What my intention was I, I wanted to put myself in situations that didn't speak English and different cultures, to test what I already learned from the places that I already lived in, and see if the way of my thinking was universal and
Oh,
applicable.
whoa, 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 yo, you gotta pause, stop, man, stop. This is too much. Yo, this is. I'm gonna have to slow. Okay, yes, I complete that vibe. What Dante just said is basically uh, putting yourself in another situation. That, like, in this case, a different language, right? But kind of not. I don't know. I don't wanna murder the thing that you're saying, but it's kind of for lack of another way of saying it, it's kind of like training yourself to be natural, right? In a way, like
Intuitive.
intuitive, and not just coming with fixed ideas, especially when going from English to Spanish, and then, or in his case, choosing which country to go to. Do I go to an English speaking country, or do I go to a non-English speaking country? I shall go to a non-English speaking country. Why? So that this handicap would strengthen my skills of communicating emotion, reading people, stuff like that, right? Dante, that's kind of
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like
amazing, man.
right,
That's
exactly.
sorry.
That's where I was going.
you
Like
have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
intentionally, yeah, it's really cool because you're intentionally like instead of like going like trying to stick to what you already know, you
yeah.
actually pushed yourself, like, and that's what we like to talk about here on that show, on that front.
like yeah, that's exactly what I'm alluding to with what I was saying. It was to come to this point about exactly how integrating or anywhere you are in the world, because I'd like to see different countries, different cultures, like different microcosms of this universe, and they're important and just as valid too. It's just that whatever perspective you have on the life you've lived, in the location you have been, these things, so I consider them. And in this case for me, embracing the culture, it's been quite a minute right now where there's that I'm in anywhere and I'm like, damn, where's the pulke? Like, where's the pulke? uh, you know
Okay.
yeah, where's the pulke? I can't find. So
Yeah, but
this is
yes,
like I this
you're
is
right
some
to go for that, man.
like I embrace. I don't have to eat tacos. I don't
Yeah,
have to. I, for one, I can embrace things in it, and I can embrace other things, and others not so much. And this is completely fine. I embrace
Yeah,
individuality in the sense of uniqueness in order to celebrate one another. In this sort of sense. So when I mentioned about the perspectives on different like places and where we're coming from, I see pretty much everywhere in life as pretty much the same thing, and just different remixes, basically, with different expressions, but pretty much the same thing everywhere. Everywhere I've been in the world, I will tell you, it's been me alone by myself, and I've been like this for years and years and years now.
yeah,
Now,
that's another thing, like a good point that you brought up, like
yeah,
being by yourself traveling and going with your family and all that, it's a whole different deal.
A
Like,
different deal, right?
yeah, a whole other challenge altogether.
Yeah.
You have only yourself to figure things out, like what to do, like yeah, and like obviously being here in Mexico, that it comes with its own challenges on its own, like with the different culture, how people handle things and all that. Like,
Yeah.
how did you feel so far? Um, like all the different places that you've been at, all the different countries you've lived at, like in Mexico, has it been easier, more difficult? How has it been?
Well, that's I can answer that. I'm just trying to be as honest and organic as possible. I have a strong affection for the country of Mexico. I have a strong affection, and also I'm very grateful for the experiences that I've had. I've had not so pleasant experiences, based upon whether it was the area, location, or the or cultural aspects, even my skin color. So anywhere in the world I go, there is this topic to address for me and this concern for myself and
Mm.
people that look like me. However, um, being in tune with myself, I don't mean I don't feel bad about when things happen that I don't see any necessity for.
Mhm.
I just mean that, like, my resolve to to know why I do the things that I do and the reason why I do them and what kind of life I wish to choose and what how I wish to express
Great.
this vessel. So, as
And
I
what
said to
of
you, the reliefs, I don't have to conform. I don't have to conform. There's nothing wrong with my way of expression. I can be misunderstood the same way like I can misunderstand someone else. But
Yeah,
I don't.
and we can't cater to how we think people might like us or not, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
All right, yeah. You see now, me, I don't care if you don't like me. That's fine. I don't care. But just know that I ain't wishing bad for nobody, and I'll go from there. I'll continue to be trying to aspire to be the best and highest version
Of
of
yourself.
myself.
Mm.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So I'm even me. I get misunderstood. I've been told, or not been told, but people have said I'm Mamon or something, but not to my face, of course. But
Yeah.
I've heard these, yeah.
But I think also overall, like most expats over here, like I
They
think
do
most
get that.
foreigners over here probably get that, you know, once or twice for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, but like, um, yeah, like even I mean, even back home, if you're just not as chatty or something, like people are gonna say that, right? Yeah. So
Well,
Yeah.
all right. You see the thing about that now. Now, what I'm expressing right now is that, like, I'm not a person that just makes a scene for no reason, makes a show for no reason. I'm quite collected. I'm quite calm and collected. So when I do things, they're quite very intentional, very,
Mhm.
very intentional. Not just okay, I'm reacting to something. So in this case of like being spoken about in this manner because I've just not decided to pretend with some other people, I'm completely fine with this. And now this is where the different cultures and these kinds of things happen. Now I've been in culture shock for a long time. And
that's a good conversation that we should have, but we don't have that much
Yo, we
time.
are
Like,
talking
yeah.
some truth here today. So
The
yes.
culture. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, we try to keep things lighthearted for entertainment, but sometimes some things you just have to swallow it, like that. You have to really just swallow it, the truth of certain things. Like,
Yeah.
how are you moving about in your daily life? And as a result, how is your family affected by you, your actions? How are the people around you affected? Are you going around as the salesman, the postman, the blah blah blah, the artist, the blah blah blah, or are you life?
Right, and like, okay, so because we have a little time left, so I like before we like forget, I definitely need to ask Dante, like, what does it mean that you're an extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Yeah, it means that I'm not of this world. You see how quite simple.
Yo, okay, hold on. No, we're not gonna let you off like that. Okay, that
But yeah,
yo,
we have to let the audience know. Okay,
Yes,
so
okay, let them know.
like Dante doesn't want to be like identified with like countries or race or whatever. It's like he says just simply say I'm an extraterrestrial. So that's why
Yeah.
I have to ask this question.
All
Let
right.
me ask him what you want to put.
I
Just
mean,
casually with
like
him.
some
Yeah.
people, they will say, "I'm just of the world," right? Like, I'm a world citizen or whatever. But yours is extraterrestrial,
Yes,
so you're out of this world.
which brings me to a couple of questions, right? Now,
Okay.
you know, when you put this, you say something like that, you know, people are gonna ask, right? Like,
Yeah.
why, how, why? And
Yeah.
this answer that you just gave about you not being of this world, right? You know,
I
is
don't
that
I don't I don't live like most people, honestly. I'm quite like, I'm quite simplistic in that sense where I stick to pretty much my basic needs and so on. I'm not a material chasing person and I don't aspire to be. So like it's more along these lines. I see in all of the cities I've been inside for any extended period of time, I always see like the similar sort of crowds of groups of people and groups of thinking and this sort of nature. Now me, um, I won't compare myself to anybody. It's just that I don't live like most people do, and the things that I aspire to, that I really really put my value on, like these are things that these are priceless things that you can feel, and it's more of that nature. So when I say I'm not of this world, I mean that quite literally. The way that I, for one, decide to love in my day-to-day life and express love as an emotion in the day-to-day life is a rare thing, and I know this. I'm not not trying to talk myself up, but if I know myself, then I should be able to say this and say this quite confidently, that my way of loving is completely different from most of the population
Right.
globally.
I actually find it very interesting that like you were explaining, and I have seen this that you are actually very calm and a tranquil person.
Yeah.
So it's funny because like at the same time, like just before that, you were mentioning how like people can misunderstand you and all that. But like it's so weird because you are actually a very peaceful and calm and like intentional person. So how how can you get misunderstood? Like you're quiet, you're even more to the quiet, but yeah, and I think it's because maybe in yeah, when you're too quiet, people will start to
Yeah.
they will start to get personal. They will
when
start to
you
get, oh,
when
what,
you
yeah,
when you
maybe
don't play the group games,
then you don't play the game. Yeah.
and we don't even need to get so political. We're talking psychology in a way. It's just science, right? Like simple things like when you it's just energy. Like if you're in a group and everyone's like, yes, Walmart is open, and then you're just like,
Whatever.
it's just
You know how
natural.
many times this happened? Oh gosh.
Yes, it happened.
That's real story right now. You guys are listening right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I read this book. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. And in that book, it actually says that if, I'm paraphrasing, but if you have people who don't like you, then you're doing it right. Then you're being yourself. Then you're actually living the way you want. So it's fine. And we have to be fine with people not liking us, because otherwise it means that we are just being like, like robots. Everyone's being the
Yeah.
same, and yeah, and we don't want that. We want diversity.
And there's nothing wrong with robots if you're watching this in.
Yeah, politically
Yeah.
correct. Nothing wrong
Nothing
with
wrong with anything. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with anything. Which begs the question: then where does suffering come from, right? If everything is okay, but that's another topic for another time. It's It's a wow, so many gems this episode. Amazing stuff. Like I
Yeah.
think I
Dante
I'm
already told
understood.
us we don't really need to talk about like
Yeah.
details of ethnicity or whatever, and we
Yeah.
have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. It's a different episode. Like, yeah.
Yes, and I don't know why. It's just I didn't plan this. I'm just holding up these paintbrushes here. Like I don't know why I'm fidgeting with that in my hands. And I think like after this conversation, like yeah, some more the colors of that foreign show. Like this is what we do. We're talking about life, travel, vibration, good vibration, and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so like you have mentioned that Mexico, you have special affection for Mexico,
Mm.
and can you like go a little bit more into depth about that?
Well, some of the best time I've had in Mexico would be in Iztapalapa. Just the energy of being around these people.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not a classist individual for shit. I'm for nothing. I'm not a classist individual. I look at people's hearts when I look at what they have inside of them whenever I meet somebody, not what they have in their pocket, what they have
Yeah.
in their heart. So being around and this time just playing with the kids and like playing football and these things and just living like some of the purest life, this is what I really do value. And then another thing, you don't have to look no further than the pulque, the colado and all of that, the meditation. Woo!
And how's your Spanish?
Hmm?
How's your Spanish? It's good.
Muy bien.
Ah,
Muy bien. Muy bien.
After the bouquet,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we
Exactly. I'm
basically
not ordering all of this if I can't speak.
so we only have like I think like a couple of minutes
Okay.
left. So like let's sum up like what would you like to tell the audience here about you? Maybe some maybe not advice, but some things you would like to share to yeah.
Well, okay. As I have this in my mind right now, after from the conversation we've been having, and what you just asked me, I would say to the travelers out there, I would say don't be afraid. I would say be cautious, be wise, of course. Take the necessary steps to protect yourself, but humble yourself in the way of the universe, and with that you'll be able to just walk anywhere. And like me, I walk anywhere. And as and when I mean that, I mean literally really anywhere. But however, I'm not telling that young lady to walk down the street at 11 p.m. in the night. I'm not telling her to do that. No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying that you go and live your life to the fullest. Be responsible about what you're doing. So, knowing thyself, the consciousness, make sure that all your actions are intentional and take control of the things that you can take control of. And I feel like through these are little seeds and little nuggets that will help each of us to be free wherever we are. I remember, home is where the heart is. So in this case, as whatever they want to call it, I won't call myself a nomad or anything like
Right.
this. But if
No,
someone wants to
no
do
identify
that,
that. That's
if someone
actually
wants to do that, that's fine. But this earth is for all of us.
yeah.
We have to respect it, love it, cherish it. And it makes in my estimation, it will make sense for us to all be vibing high. So yeah, there you
We're
go.
on it at different levels, and we don't have to judge what high or low or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Like, we are looking forward to see you later, and this has been like a really, really high vibrational show. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I feel, and like, we would love to talk to you again, Dante.
Yes,
like
please
on
come
and
back.
on.
Definitely,
So we can.
definitely. You have to have me back on here. This is a great. Listen, I support that foreign show and what you guys have been doing. I've seen a few episodes. I've been tuning in wherever I can. But you guys are on something great. That's why I'm even here to just lend a hand and some energy to what you guys are doing. So, yeah, big up, big up, big up.
So, like, we're gonna sign off now.
Sign off.
Like, I'm Celestine Angel.
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
That's Dante Fyah, a fire. Sorry.
Yeah. Join us tonight. Join us tonight. All right.
At Fyah Sessions Live.
Fyah Sessions Live.
Fyah Sessions Live.
Yeah. 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Be there.
Right. Respect here.
Peace, brother.
Here we are on the Foreing Show, activating your senses. Peace out.
Brother.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
Activando tus sentidos.
Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Show.